Hey guys, it's your boy D Valor back with some more boxing. I've just heard Gervonta Davis could be fighting Orlando Salido on Mayweather's undercard, this against McGregor in that will fight on August the 29th. Now that will be a good fight to see Salido against Davis. I think Davis will win that. Salido's a guy which he's a veteran with like 44 fights and 13 losses. But all of his losses have come to quality opponents. You know, he's the kind of guy which he holds his own against good people. He puts on a good show. Even when he loses, he what's the word I'm looking for? He he holds his own basically against quality opponents. He's gone against big names as well. Yurkis Gamboa, Mikey Garcia, Juan Manuel Marquez back in the day. Recently, he fought Vasyl Lomachenko and he beat Vasyl Lomachenko. And now he could be fighting Tank Davis. I think this is a good little thing. If this was to if this is actually set up, then I think it will be a good one. I'd like to see this matchup because Orlando Salido is due to have a rematch with Vasyl Lomachenko, and that fight should be going on in around about early or late August. Vasyl Lomachenko's team want to fight early August, but Salido wants to fight late. So I don't know why he wants to fight late, but now this fight with the Mayweather's fight against McGregor is happening in early August. So he's gonna be taking with serious consideration. He's gonna be thinking about the Mayweather taking this fight instead of fighting that one then and then fight that one later. Give him more time to train for Vasyl Lomachenko. And then have this fight against Davis. And I think it would set the fight up between Davis, the super fight between Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko up nicely. Because Vasyl Lomachenko is very skilled, but he needs that big fight to... I think he should move up, but he needs a big fight for the fans to be all behind him. Because I think some of us know who he is, and we've seen his performances, but he's not that massive star which every fan knows about. Like when you hear Golovkin, and you know that he's a guy of middleweight, but when you hear Vasyl Lomachenko, you don't necessarily think super featherweight. You don't think of him straight away. Whereas you could even say that at the moment, Gervonta Davis, you would have heard of him, and you know that you can relate him to Mayweather because he's surrounded by you can connect him with Mayweather because he's with him, and Mayweather's a big name. So I think these two, even though Mayweather says he's not pushing Tank into that fight, this fight is brewing. But we know how boxing goes. It could be a year, it could be 5 years before these two actually fight each other. Do you know what I mean? They could never fight each other. We the boxing fans have say we can, if we demand a fight, the fight will happen. And Mayweather's protecting his guy because he wants him to fight a number of people, and of course he wants to have him on his undercard. And now that he's not retired, he might be fighting other people. I don't think he'll fight anyone else other than McGregor. Who knows? But you know he's got his investment there in Davis, and he wants to get him out. So I think Orlando Salido's a good fight. You know why? Because this guy's got nothing to lose. He turns up, he fights. He's a Mexican fighter as well. He's similar to Canelo. I think they turned pro at a similar sort of age, very young. He suffered some KO losses at the start of his career, but he's a hardened veteran. He's learned a lot of things in the ring, and he's learned his craft, which means that he likes going into big fights like this against names. This is what he does. So Mayweather's offered him a pretty penny to fight against his boy. And he's going to put on a good show. Like, this will be a good fight to watch because he's going to just keep coming forward. He's going to take punishment, but he's going to keep coming forward. And when he does, that consistent pressure can undo a guy. Look, Joseph Pedraza was a Puerto Rican fighter, and even though he got outclassed and beat by a tank, he still put on a good show and he still fought well. So he's not Mexican, but they have a similar sort of breed in terms of the aggressiveness. They keep coming forward, and Salido is that type of fighter. So you can expect an interesting fight, an exciting fight to watch there. And I hope this one goes on. But yeah, some news out there. Gervonta Davis could be fighting Orlando Salido on the Mayweather-McGregor undercard. So stay tuned. It's your boy D-Vallo. If you're watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's your boy D-Vallo, and I'm out.